Hello, everybody. This is Bob Anderson. It is May 6th, 2023. And I'm going to do a video on the open range break advanced trading method. It's advanced only because I'm going to add some elements into the strategy that will help you potentially scale into some trades. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the charts for oil for the last week, Monday through Friday, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I did trading. I'm going to tell you what some of my followers did in trading also on the same trades. and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on oil only, but I'm going to show you something really interesting in the RTY on Friday. Because that was rather interesting to show you the power of the open range break. So anyways, what I want down in the description below, I'm going to leave a link to the original video of the open range break, where it's going to discuss, how to take the trade the simplest way, the non-advanced way, which is just the break of the boxes. It's a 15-minute box of the open. So like with oil, it's from 9 to 9:15 and 59 seconds. It's a box that's the high of that time frame, and the low of that time frame creates a box. I have a link down below also to an indicator that will actually throw this on your chart for you. So you'll see it on my charts when I show you my Monday through Friday trades. Anyway, so it just makes it easier on your eyes to see the ranges. Anyways, one of the things that I've got some people doing back testing, and they're doing it. They've been doing it for 3 months, and I mean they've been manually back testing it. So one of the main things that they came up with oil, which was different than RTY, but with oil, they came up with that if the break of the boxes is in agreement with the overnight open, then the success rate of that box being broken for 40 ticks, for example, is significantly higher than if it's against the direction of the overnight open. So if you remember the overnight open, it's the 6 p.m. open from the day before. So for example, on Monday, May 8th, it'll be the opening price of oil on Sunday, 6 p.m. Okay? So let's just hypothetically say that this is the opening price right here. What their study has found is that if the break of the box, this is the box right here, if the break of the box is this direction, that's i.e. in agreement, meaning if you're south of the overnight open, then the market's in a downward trend. If you're north of the overnight open, then the market's in an upward trend. So in this case, we're south of the overnight open, so we're looking for potentially a downward trend. Now, I personally have a way of trading it both ways, and which is the advanced method that we're going to talk about today. I have been very reluctant to do this video because, to be honest with you, I don't want 5,000 emails asking me questions. Instead, sim trade practice, learn some stuff, ask questions that aren't just generic, get to specifics, send me a chart, show me a specific thing, and then ask me a question on that. At least make it look like you put some effort into it. So don't just say, "Hey Bob, how do you trade this again?" That's what the video is for. So anyways, let's talk about the open range break advanced method. Now, the advanced method that I'm talking about is there's two components to it. One is this: you have to kind of visualize what roughly is the middle of this box, okay? So let's just say, for example, I mean, I'm just going to make up some numbers, but let's just say, for example, that this box is 77.50 to 78, okay? And so for the first 15 minutes of oil, which is 9 o'clock in the morning to 9:15, the first 15 minutes, it only went 50 ticks. So, and it went from the high of it to the low of it was 78 to 77.50. Then your middle is, 77.75. Okay? Now, here's what I do. I'm going to tell you exactly how I trade this. What you're trying to do is you're trying to scale into a trade so that when you exit the box, you have profits already in your trade, because the market is going to push it one direction or another. And you'll see that when I show you the examples today. Okay, you'll see that they're trying to push it. But which direction are they trying to push it really tends to be determined by what side of that roughly 50% mark they're at. So if this is your 77, if you're at 77, 75 roughly, I mean, it's, again, this is all just roughly. What you're looking for is price to either, if price at the end of this 15 minutes is in this range down in here, then you're playing for it to go short. So what I have, as soon as this 15 minutes is over and I see price in the lower half of that box outside, I immediately have a trade sitting here as a sell stop. Okay, right here, one tick. So I would have it at 77.49. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so if that's, and that would probably be like one contract. Okay, so, but then I'd have another one sitting way down here. Okay, I'd have another one sitting way down here. Let's say it's 76.50. I'm just picking a number, and it's sitting there, and that's another sell stop of, say, one contract. Okay, and what I've done is I've clicked on this, and what I'm waiting for, since price is in this lower half, is I'm waiting for it to create a pivot inside the box off of our standard instruments, either our 1 minute gold line or our 5 minute gold line is predominantly what I'm looking for. So let's just hypothetically say that through this box, as price went through it, let's just say the 5 minute gold line was going right here, okay? And I'm going to use just an example. And let's just say that this price was down in this area, and then bam, into here, okay? I'll show you real examples over here in a minute to make it simpler. As soon as this thing gets up in here and that candle, remember how we talk about continuations, then that candle forms right here on that box. When that box closes and it's sitting in that gold line, and we're on the lower half, this sell stop immediately gets dragged and dropped right there. Immediately. As soon as that candle closes, immediately drag and drop. Because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price, the next box to open, boom, through it, bring me in, the next one open, boom, bring me in, and then boom. And then the market just tank. Okay? What did I accomplish by doing that? What I accomplished by doing that, because a lot of times there's a battle right here outside that box. What I did is I put some profit into my trade so that when I hit the second contract, I'm playing with house money. Okay. So what that allows me to do, so this is important, and it all depends on the contract size that you normally trade with, okay? But what that allows me to do, allows you to do, is it allows you to double your trade size without taking double the risk. Does that make sense? So it's a scale in trade, and I'm going to show you examples of that today. I'm going to show you scaled in trades that I took, and you know, and then we'll go from there, okay? So does this make sense? Okay? So let's just say though, okay, and I don't remember if I have an example here. I knew I had one last week. I can't remember. I had a huge one last week where the box was really large. So let me just kind of walk you through a scenario where the box was really large, okay? And what happened is about the middle of the box was the 5-minute red line just kind of coming through. So right about at the middle of the box, okay? And what they did is they stuck the head through the bottom and drew in all those cells. And then they reversed it right up into that red line, okay? This trade became, I made more money in this one trade than most people make in a week, just trading these strategies. So I'm kind of going over what it was. So what happened is price ran right up into that red line. This gold line turned around, okay? For those of you that follow my strategies, you know what I'm talking about. And price came back down into this gold line, okay? With the candle, the top of that candle being, there was one that blew through it. There was a candle here that blew through that red line, came down, and then I went long right there on the other side of that red line. And I mean, I hit, you could just see it coming. I hit it with 2 contracts there. And by the time we got to the other side of the box up here, I threw 2 more contracts on. So I had 4 contracts blowing through the top of the box, because if they peekaboo it down and then rush it the other way, then they've in the traders' minds, they've got the shorts trapped. You got to understand what's going on. That's part of price action. You got to understand why prices do what they do. When they got traders trapped, you want to, again, it's the shark. You want to be on the back of that shark. And so that shark, when it stuck its head through the bottom here and then clipped them out, sometimes they go right up and then they come back down again, okay? But when they ran to that red line and they hit it hard and they slammed it back down and then they hit it hard again through the top side of that red line, I can't even show you how fast it went. But so visualize, it went through there. I made, before I can even hit my sell button, when it blew through the top, I'd made $1,400. I mean, it happened so fast. I hit $1,400 just like that. Okay? And what did it allow me to do? It allowed me to scale in to a trade at a larger size than I would ever trade, at least at this current stage of my trading. Now, I had 5 accounts, $1,400. I mean, you do the math. So, but it allowed me to scale into a trade, and boom, it was done. That was it. I was done. And I took a picture of the screenshot, sent it right out to the Discord group, and I said, okay, I'm done. I think that one was last week. So anyways, let me tell you a little bit about this scaling in strategy that I'm talking about. One of the admins for the Discord group. Remember, it's not my Discord group, okay? I'm just somebody in it. But one of the admins of the Discord group happens to also be one of the people who is doing a lot of the back testing on this strategy, and he's the one that pointed out to me that if the trade goes in the way of the overnight open on oil, then the win rate is much higher. Still profitable either way, as long as it's not in your way, but the win rate's a lot higher. So, anyways, but one of the things that he did from doing all that back testing is he made this his primary trade. He passed his eval this past week because of this trade. And then in his first 2 days of his PA account, he ran it, and it's only a $25,000 account. He's never had a PA account before, okay? This is a newbie trader in that respect. He's never had a PA account before. In his first 2 days doing this trade right here that I'm going to show you right on here, I'm even going to show you the trades he took. He is up, I think, about $1,100 or $1,200 on an account that has a trailing stop at $1,500. And like he said, he had no heat. It just went ping, ping. So anyways, let me show you the trades. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'll go from there. So this is Monday. These are screenshots because I don't want to have to dig around and look for the charts. Okay, so I just took screenshots. And I'm going to open up the screenshots one at a time. But anyway, so this is Mondays. So here's your box for oil. So I don't have a crosshair. I can't adjust anything. So all I can do is just kind of walk you through it. But here's the box that creates in the first 15 minutes. And then you're out of the box, okay? And this thing settled and settled and settled. And then it broke and it ran through the box. And it did that little thing that I talked about where it stuck the finger through, got the longs leaning. And by the way, this was counter trend. Okay, the overnight open is actually up here. How do you know that? Because down here, this red here, that's the low of the day. Okay, so we're pushing the low of the day. So this was opposite of what he's talking about. Okay, so you had a push down, you had a push up, which is the new pivot high, roll back into your 5-minute gold line. Bam, I hit it right here. I mean, I remember I have my sell stop sitting up here, and then I slammed it down in here and I hit here, and I didn't even get my second order in down here in time, and we blew through and boom, had 50 ticks. I had $500. I had 50 ticks in just a couple minutes. Boom. Because this was over $500. This was like the long here was like 75.46. This went all the way to 76.10. I ended up hitting it here, and I never even got my second contract in here. Okay, but this right here is Monday. So if you took the long here because you were leaning that way, let's just say, even though it was against the overnight open, which the overnight open was way up over here. But anyway, so the overnight open wasn't in the way. So you would have gotten hit here, out for 10, and then you got to be ready, and then boom, there you go. Okay, meaning this is a trade that you got to be, if you're going to do advanced trading of this, you've got to be willing to get into this trade more than once. Okay, and if you can scale your way in by rejection of the 5-minute gold line, let's go back and talk, folks, here for just a second. Let's really focus in on this. Let's see why I did this. Okay, you had a thrust across price here. See that? Here's your 5-minute gold line. Here's your 5-minute red line. Here's a thrust across price. Okay, and then here's your first test of your 5-minute gold line. Bam, gone. If I have one new trader in the Discord group that hit one of these earlier this week, and he was just so excited. And I said, not this trade here, but one of these 5-minute gold lines, the crossover, boom, gone. And I said, if you can learn that trade right there, man, that's it. If you can learn just the 5-minute gold line from the cross, pull back, gone, that your trading career there you go. You're a profitable trader. That trade right there will make you money over and over and over again. Well, let's go to the next one. So that was Monday. This is Tuesday. All right. So I hit this one like a beast, like the big bad dog that I am. I hit this one for, I think, about $600. 2 contracts. It was one contract here. We had, see, here's your box. Okay. Your overnight opens up here. So now your odds are even in your favor more, because if it's see, we're in the lower half of the box. So as soon as we got, this one closed, I dropped my sell stop right underneath here. I don't quite remember the price, but like $74.49 or something like that. Okay. Then this thing rolled up into the 1-minute gold line, and then this candle right here, which is hard to see because I didn't blow it up on this, but it was still piercing just below the 1-minute gold line. As soon as it broke, I had my sell here, and it ran down, kind of rolled up a little, and then broke through, and bam, there I was with 2 contracts. Wham, 30 ticks. I was done. Wow, I had like, God, I don't know how many ticks here and then some ticks there. I made over $600 on that trade. I don't remember the exact points. So anyways, then we'll go to, but see, okay, so again, let's go over this real quick. We're in the lower half of the box. When the box is closed, price is in the lower half. So I have that standing sell stop. Now, if price had rolled up and through this gold line and started heading up this way, I cancel this order and I start looking long. Okay? You gotta be on your feet. You can't get stuck in mud. You got to roll with the punches, all right? That's why this is advanced. This truly is advanced, all right? So let's go to Wednesday. Here's Wednesday. So Wednesday is exactly what I was talking about. Here you are, okay? You had your box open right here. By the way, your overnight open is up here. So this is the counter trend one, the one that the back testing has shown to not be as successful. So so you may not have even taken this trade. The admin in the Discord group did not take this trade for just that reason. Now I take them because I can work my way out of the loss. I'm just being honest. I take the trade because I can work my way out of the loss. But anyway, so here you are. This is your box. Okay. Then you get out of your box. So we're on the upper half of the 50%, area. So you got your sell here, and I had no pullback of any, because I'm not playing off this 1-minute red line. So I had nothing. So it just came right up, boom, hit me, boom, I'm out. 10 ticks, rolled over. So now here we go. Boom, pierced through about the halfway mark. Started rolling up, started hanging out, started rolling up, and then slam. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what I did here. Okay, let's hone in on this for just a second. I want you guys to see this. I'm walking you through exactly what I did. So this rolled down, because we never pierced the 1-minute gold line. Okay, and then it rolled up into the 5-minute gold line, and I took a short here and I have my sell down here. Now I've bailed on the long side because we've crossed the center. Okay? So now I got a sell down here, and I got another one down here that I'm dragging and dropping. I dragged it, dropped it right here. Damn thing ran down, ran back up, ticked me out. I think I got, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 ticks. I wasn't really worried about it. So this came running up. This did not pierce the gold line. This one did pierce the gold line, didn't get broken, didn't break it, went back up into the gold line, and the first one to break it was right here, this candle. That's your entry candle right there. You have to wait till it's touched. You have to wait till the gold line's touched. Then you got to play the break. This is your break. So I hit this one and I had again a sell there, and look at that. I can't even tell you how quickly I just made about 800 bucks. I was literally out in this candle. I got out at, matter of fact, I'm looking at this right now. I got out at 68.94 or something. I just happened to have my target sitting there from when I got in here. All right. So that was a nice simple one. I mean, that was just a simple, I took a loss up here, got down, boom. This one rolled up on me, knocked me out like at even or something. Went back up in here. You got to remember, now you're looking for your break. You're looking for your break. Boom, there's your break. And you got your second entry right here, and wham. King Tut. Oh, man, that was brutal. Anyway, so let's go to Thursday. Here's Thursday. Thursday was a beast. Thursday was the day that my money got stolen. Okay, I'm just telling you that. I started off in the hole. And I started off in a $400 hole. I'm going to explain it all right here. I started off in a $400 hole. It was from this and this and then this. I started off in a $400 hole. Okay. Never. Now again, the admin didn't take these trades because here's the overnight open, and you're taking them into it. There's not much room. I mean, there's 25 ticks of room, so I was going to take the 25 ticks because I actually thought. What I was thinking is we were going to run down to the overnight open, and then I was going to get a long off that. That's really what I was playing for. So I was looking for something big and dynamic so I could sit on here with this video and tell you how great I was. But I'm going to get to the truth of it. Got nailed here, or was it I got nailed here and got nailed here? I can't remember. I took a couple losses down there, then I took a loss up here. And then my system crashed because I hadn't cleaned my data out in so long. And it took it took over 2 hours for me to get my data back. I wasn't even back online until frickin' noon. So at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, somehow the market woke up and wham, I hit, of all things, I hit an ES trade, got all my money back, and then I hit a couple other trades, and I ended up $500 up. I was very excited, thinking I was going to have a losing day. So here's Friday. Now let's talk about Friday. Friday, I took the break only. I did not. So let me shrink this down a little for you. Here's Friday. Here's your box again within your first 15 minutes. Now, the admin for the Discord group and one other person that I know of who sent me their screenshots, they did exactly what I have talked about on this board. They waited till it pulled back into the gold line. They took the longs right here, and they took the longs right here. I took the long out of here. I kept thinking it was going to come back into the 5-minute gold line and then run up. You know, again, sometimes you if you overthink things, whatever, but it doesn't matter. I still hit here, and it ran up. It ran up 60 ticks. How far? Oh, I don't have the rest of it. That's right. But it ran up 60 ticks or so, just even in here. But I ended up hitting my money out up in this area, and boom, I was done with that trade for the morning. I didn't get to scale in it. That's the point of this is, but you can see how it worked. I just didn't get the opportunity to scale into the trade, sadly. Okay. So one more thing I want to show you guys, which is the power of the open range break, is that when it finally broke, let's go over here to the RTY. Let me see if I can find the RTY here. Hold on here. I got to pull it up. Give me just a second. Let me pull up the RTY. Here it is. I know this video is long, but anyways, here's your box on the RTY. And here's your box over here. By the way, God dang it, sorry. Here's your box and your RTY. Okay, right here. Here's your box of the RTY. The RTY had a huge run up in the morning before the market even opened. I nailed a continuation trade right here. This thing ran up, 1 minute gold line, wham, 20 ticks, just like that. I mean, shoot, man, I nailed this one right here. This one right here. Now I'm back into the actual charts. Where is it? Well, the heck with it. I can't find it. But anyways, blow this up. This is pre-market. But see, we blew up out of the range, back into the overnight open. I mean, back into the 1 minute gold line, and that candle right there, I hit it. I hit the break of that candle at 17:46 and 9, and then wham, there I was out in 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. 20 ticks. And magically, it just went a little bit over 20 ticks and rolled back over again. That's magic, isn't it? Anyways, what I was going to show you is see how this box created for RTY, and see how it sat up here. And it just sat in that box all morning. It's hard to see. But then, boom, this was the break of the box all the way at 2:26 in the afternoon. It finally broke the box. And look at what it did. So that box can continue pretty much all day if you want it to. I'm sorry this video is long, folks. And I didn't do a video for a while because I was reluctant to do this one. Because I just know it's going to create more questions than answers. But again, if I was you and I was looking at the overnight open, okay, I would look at it. I mean, the open range break trade. The open range break trade, sorry. If I was looking at the open range break trade, I would look at it in these markets that have huge momentums. And that would be CL and RTY. And that's it. You got to watch out for the RTY because sometimes there's news and you can't be looking at that box when there's news. Oil is great because there's less 9 o'clock. There's really not news stuff going on. The problem with gold is a good instrument too, but you lose so many opportunities because of when gold finally opens up, there's news half the time. I mean, 8:30, there's a lot of news, and you don't want to be trading this trade in a news event. Anyways, that's about it. Everybody have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.